Egg app. Within this video, I'm going to give a brief overview of creating a new report and uploading it to the server. Okay, let's get started. We're on the home screen of the app, and as you can see, there are no reports on the device. Just below the header bar, there's a bar with two buttons. There's the Fetch and Add New. Fetch button will allow us to download an existing report from the server, but we don't currently have any saved, so we're going to use the Add/New button. So let's tap on that to create a new report. Now we've opened the Create Report dialog, which provides a few options for report types, including inventory, check-in, inventory, check-in, check out, or midterm or interim report. I'm going to tap on inventory. So now that opens the core property and report details page. Now just below the top bar we have a camera icon, which is where we would take the front of property photo. Below that is the general property notes field, where we can enter just a general overview information of that property. But let's scroll down a bit further where we can see some fields highlighted in red. That's 3 fields: address, line 1, town, and property type. Now those are all mandatory fields, so let's start entering data there. I'm going to tap on address line 1. I'm going to enter a generic address, 1 High Street, and I'm going to enter the town. Let's set that as London. And scrolling down a bit further, I'm going to go to the property type drop down. So I'm going to tap on that. Now that provides 6 property types: bedsit, bungalow, flat, house, other, or studio apartment. I'm going to go for house. Now next field down is the scheduled report date, set as the 24th of April. I'm happy with that. Number of tenants field is next. Let's knock that up to 2. We could set this later. We can always add in tenants later, but we can also set it now, so that's fine. The next field is an Add Default Rooms option. Now I'm going to leave that to on because I want to add default rooms into my report, because that allows me a good starting place. The next field, number of bathrooms. 1 is fine. Number of bedrooms, I've actually got 2 bedrooms in this property, so I'm going to knock that up to 2. And the last option is the Add Default Items switch. Now I'm going to leave that to on also, because that will add a list of default items into every room, which is also a useful starting place. So we're happy with that, so I'm going to tap Save. Okay. Now our new report's been added onto our device, so I'm going to now go into that report. The Start Report button, I'm going to tap on that, which actually sets the actual report date, which will show on the PDF when I export it from the website. So that's fine. Now I have my list of rooms. Now my property doesn't have a rear garden, so I want to remove that. So all I need to do is swipe the rear garden room item to the right. I'm going to tap on Delete. I'm happy with removing, so I'm going to confirm that. So that's fine. I also want to add my property has a cellar, so I'm going to tap on Add Room. Now I'm going to go for the Show All category, which will show all rooms. I'm going to start typing cellar. That's fine. Adding default items. I want default items in my cellar, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to save. So there's my cellar at the bottom of my rooms list. Okay, that's fine. Now let's have a look in the living room. Now at the top, there's an overview section for the room where I can enter a note, and I can also take a few photos of my room just to give an overview. That's fine. Looking down the items list below, I can see there is an item I don't need, which is a fireplace. So I'm going to swipe that to the right as I want to remove that, delete and confirm, and that's now gone. I also want to add a chair into my room, so I'm going to tap on the Add Item button. Categories, I'm going to just show all. Now in the autocomplete field, I'm going to start typing chair, And there I have a few chair types and a couple of other options. So let's tap on chair. I'm happy with that. That's fine. If I scroll down my items list, I can then see my chair at the bottom. Okay, now let's go into one of these items. Let's tap on sofa. Now, we can see there are two text fields there. The top field is the item description, where I enter a general description of my item, but in the bottom it's the item cleanliness and condition field. Now this is important, as here I log more detailed information about the current condition. So before going further, let's just take a photo of my sofa. So I'm going to tap on the camera icon at the bottom, course up my camera. I'm going to take one photo. I'm happy with that. I'm going to exit out of that with the X button. Now, on the Photos button, almost at the bottom right, I can see there's a little badge, a red circle with a number 1, which actually means I've just got one photo taken. So I'm going to tap on that button, and there's a thumbnail of my photo. If I tap again, I can see a slightly larger version. If I tap again, I can actually zoom in on this almost full screen version of the photo. So I'm gonna, with the back arrow, I'm gonna go out of that section, back again, and back to my item again. So I'm happy with the that section for now. So I'm going to go back to the items list, back to my rooms list. Now, one more thing that we might want to look at is backing up our report. To do that, I'm going to tap on the Manage button for this report. So there are a couple of options. There's backup or submit. I'm just going to back up for now. We'll explain the difference in more detail in another video, but for now we'll just back that up. So it's connecting to the server, uploading my images, and that's fine. One last thing we'll look at is the hamburger menu at the top right. So let's tap on that. Now here you can see several other sections related to this report, including schedule of condition, health and safety, services and utilities, keys, tenancy, appliances, a section where you can browse all of the photos, and also a settings page. Now we're going to go into each of those in other videos in more depth later, but that's this video finished for now. But please look at our next video, which will be available soon. Thank you.